You're vibing, you're vibing, you're vibing with. You see the logo in the background. Vibing with Reeves. Yeah, vibing with Reeves. You're vibing with Reeves. Yeah, what's good, y'all? What's going on? Glad to be back at you. Glad to be back at you. Glad to be back at you. You know. And I'm here. I'm chilling. You know what I realized? Sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board. It isn't even anything to be ashamed of. That's just part of life. On basic levels and on extreme levels, sometimes you just gotta go back to the drawing board. You gotta go back to square one and go back and do it all over again. And this time make it count for this particular situation. Yeah, not always the funnest thing. Not always something you're gonna look forward to. Like, oh, can't wait to start all over again. Yes. Oh, really? I can. Yeah. Then didn't I go through enough the first time? But hey, it is what it is. Sorry. Be like that sometimes. Sometimes it be like that. Ugh. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta go back to that drawing board. Gotta go back. Rewind. Bring it back. You know. It's like playing the video game and you're just about to the end. And then you get killed and then you gotta go right back. Or one of those games where you got the ball, so you think you got the ball, and it's the last one that's up. Now you got to do the whole game over again for it to count. Like, what? Yeah. It's like, oh, this is a pain. You think you got it, now you gotta do it again. But sometimes it's like that. What can you do? What can you do? But just do it. Nike. Just do it, Nike, baby. Just do that. Yeah, but when you go back to the drawing board, whatever it is, you try to do the best you can. It's a known part of life. It happens that it happens to plenty of people. So don't feel too bad. Don't feel bad. Like, oh man, things didn't work out. Now I gotta start over again. I mean, sometimes it happens. Just, gotta persevere. Get through it. Do it, get through it. You can do it. Believe and you can achieve. Believe and you can achieve. You can make it. Gotta try first. So yeah, that's I just want to impart that message to the people, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. It can be real easy to get discouraged when things don't go your way, or you think you was doing better, and now it's like, oh, am I falling back? Am I backsliding? I thought I was doing so much better. But then you gotta go back and cover territory you thought you conquered already. It's like, oh snap, gotta redo this. I barely survived the first time, damn. But you'll do even better getting through it the next time. But yeah, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. There's other people out there that can share their experiences with you. You'll see, um, falling back and have to climb back up. That's not just something special to you. You may feel that way, but there's other people that's going through that. People you wouldn't believe is going through it might be going, be like, oh, sweat. You going through that? So you can make, I hate to feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but you can do it. You can make it. You can try, be consistent, persistent, get through it. I know it gets aggravated. Shoot, I know I get aggravated. No, it gets discouraged, and I be discouraged. Don't let this vibe fool you. Sometimes I do this, and I've said it before, but just know I'm saying this inspirational stuff to myself too. I'm trying to motivate my own self. Sometimes I think it's just for you, for me too. I'm in the same group. I hear the messages before you get them, so amp myself up. Get myself ready to go out there. You know that kick butt theme music. Got to go out there and get them. Psych myself up for the game. Try to psych you up too, but psych myself up first. Got to, got to do it. Got to do it. There's this old saying. Let me know if you agree or not. You can leave it in the comments. It says, "Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent." I repeat, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. In other words, nobody can make you feel like you're not good enough without your permission. Now roll that around in your mind a couple times. Tell me what you think about that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. What you think about that? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why? Leave it in the comments. Let me know. You know how I do it. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm saying leave it on the comments. Whether it's on YouTube, Apple comments, Google comments, Spotify comments, even the comments on my Instagram, Robert Reeves underscore podcast, or my Facebook, Robert with Reeves. Just whichever way, just let me know how you think about that. Cause that's deep right there. Cause I know a lot of times people will say, yo, they make me feel bad. They hurt my feelings. They made me feel like I wasn't good enough, like, but did they make you feel like you wasn't good enough? Or did they tell you you wasn't good enough? Or did they intimate that you're not good enough? And did you agree? You know, that's deep. I'm not saying yeah or nay, but I will say this. You someone can think less of you and you can disagree with them. Some could think less of you and you can agree with them. But if you keep that person around you that thinks ill of you, then that energy can rub off on you. If you keep them around. You you don't stay sucker free and say, hey, you don't gotta kiss my ass, but you're not gonna be putting me down and be up under the wing. You let them tell you you're not this, you're not that. You let them try to define you for you. You may find out that you start to believe it because you letting them around you, you letting them stay around you. You might be like, damn, maybe they got a point. Maybe they got a point. You know? So, you have to keep them far away if that's what it's gonna be. If they're gonna sit back and look at you like, oh no, they're not good enough, they're not this, they're not that, and they have nothing but negativity to say about you and they feel about you. You don't have to let their feelings about you become your feelings about you. You know, you don't have to. That's how they feel cool. They can feel that way they want. You don't have to feel that way. You don't have to keep them around you feeling that way. Like, nah, you can distance yourself. You don't need to be up on them if they don't mean you right. If they don't mean you no good anyway, that's funny when the old people say they don't, they don't mean you no good. They don't mean you no good. Don't be around them. But no, they have a point. If they don't mean you any good, if they don't have your best interest at heart, in other words, why you have them around? They don't have your best interest at heart. You know, saying, "Oh, but that's my friend." How? They don't have your best interest at heart. Your friends will. Just because you known that person for a long time doesn't mean that they have your best interest at heart. You just known them for a long time. You could know jerk for a long time. They may maybe they just stopped like you years ago. Maybe they never liked you behind. Maybe they ain't never liked you. They just hit it well, or you just never noticed. Some people act like they like you and they'll try to chip away your self-esteem slowly but surely, bit by bit, piece by piece. You gotta stay up on that, you know, peep game and don't let them do that to you. Recognize, sometimes you're gonna fall for it. There isn't anyone on earth that's perfect, so show yourself some grace if you make a mistake a time or two and get it wrong and think someone's on your side and they aren't. Because nobody's perfect. And sometimes we ignore red flags that we see. We don't want to see it. We don't want to deal with the truth. But once you, once it's beyond avoidance, once you just at the point where you can't avoid it anymore, don't avoid it. My advice is don't avoid it. Just don't avoid it. Confidence, self-assuredness is not always easy to have. Especially if you went your whole life not having it. Or maybe you went through a rough patch this year or the year before and the self-esteem started tumbling. You can build yourself up. Some people try to tell you, oh no, no, you don't want to be confident. No, no, no. You can be confident without being cocky, you know. You don't have to be arrogant. You can still be humble, but humble and having a low self-esteem aren't mutually exclusive. It's not the same thing. Being humble and having a low self-esteem aren't the same thing. To me, humble is just you're still confident, but you realize the world doesn't revolve around you. You don't have to treat everybody like they're beneath you. You know, and one way to help is to practice positive self-talk. I'm working on that myself. Positive self-talk helps. Positive self-talk helps. You talk to yourself with mercy and grace and love, you know, and you act like that towards yourself, you start to believe in yourself. You say, yeah, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Look yourself in the mirror, even though it seemed cheesy. What was that sketch on Saturday Night Live where a homeboy would look himself in the mirror and said, I'm kind, I'm nice, I'm smart, and gosh darn it, people like me. And look in the mirror. I used to laugh at that so much when I was younger. Like, it's so cheesy. Was on to something though. Real talk on was on to something. That's very important. You know, believe and you can achieve. If you believe you can do it, you can do it. Believe you can't do it, you're not gonna do it. Believe you're gonna fail, most likely you're gonna fail. That's where you direct your energy towards is failing subconsciously. If you believe you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail. If you put your energy towards overcoming, then you're gonna overcome because that's where you're putting your energy, your thoughts, and that's where you're heading. That's where you're putting all your energy into. That's where you're investing your time into. You're investing your goals and everything. So you could do it. You could do it definitely. you will do it, you know. That's the choice. My mentor used to say, "Yeah, you can't do it, you will do it." You can do it, but don't say I can't do it. Say you will, because I don't want you to try to finagle out of that. So like, say you will. Shout, Jared. What up? What up, Jared? I was listening. I'll listen on some of them joints. You know what I mean? Shout out. Yeah, it can be done. It has to be done. You know, you definitely can be the superstar in your own story, in your own book. You can do it. And then you never know, someone else looking at you getting inspired because they seen you overcoming it. Like, I want to be like them. Because you may like, damn, I'm struggling to keep it together, but you may have it more together than they do at that point in time. So, you get it. That's a note to self and a note to others. You know, if it don't apply, let it fly. If the shoe fits, lace it up, wear it. Let's get it. Let's get stepping on there. You know it. And hmm, you gotta practice it. You gotta practice that. You're not if you got issues like you're not gonna just solve it like split second. It's gonna take time. Maybe check into therapy, hang around people who believe in you, honestly believe in you. Start to believe in yourself. Check yourself. Reframe your thoughts. If you're thinking negative about yourself, only start to think about the positive stuff. Challenge the negative stuff you're thinking about, and just yeah, think about the good things about yourself that you like about yourself. Make a list of that. Write those down. Write those things down. I have to try to give advice, but if it can help, it can help. And yeah, that's what I wanted to speak to you about. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. And I'll keep you updated on my different views on life, if they change or whatever, for the better, for worse, whatever, hopefully for the better, Rob with Reeves. And thank you for your time. Stay up, be blessed, be safe, love yourself. Remember, 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 if you believe you can achieve, thank you for your time. Thanks for listening. Thanks for vibing with me. Feel good, enjoy yourself, love yourself. Have a good one. Stay up, vibe with me. Thanks for vibing. Leave it in the comments. And you know how it go. Every Friday, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Again, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, YouTube. Vibe with me. Vibe with Reeves _ podcast on IG. Thanks for your time. Stay up. Yeah.